The door opened, and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us.
Mr. Way! What the beep are you doing?
Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. Oops, she made a mistake! He corrupted her. She means hi, everybody, come in! Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crabbe and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Vilvolo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other.
Vampire Draco, WTF?
I asked.
You fucking bastard!
Yelled Draco at Vampire.
I want to shit next to her!
No, I do! Shouted.
No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch!
Yelled Draco.
No, fuck you, motherfucker! She leaves me, not you!
Shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco! No, not in that way, you perv. They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort!
Ebony! Ebony!
Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice.
Thou hast failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please!
I begged.
No.
He laughed crudely.
Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway.
Then he flew away cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco, while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way.
No!
I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I locked up and stopped having the vision.
Ebony! Ebony, are you alright?
Asked Draco in a worried voice.
Yeah,
I said sadly as I got up. Everything's alright, Ennaby, said Vampire all sensitive.
Oh, it's not!
I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face.
What if I'm getting possessed like in the Ring too?
It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though.
Okay, Bich,
I said sadly, and then we went. Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trevorley about the visions.
Konnichiwa, everybody, come in,
said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood-red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long gothic black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it.
What is it, Ebony?
She asked.
Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic?
Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger.
Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now?
She asked.
Okay,
I said.
Okay, class fucking dismissed, everyone.
Professor Trevelyan said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany! She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise! Get it? 1 on page 3! Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried, is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black cryptal ball to lock in. I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram! Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy and wearing a leather black facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together and I was so excited. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelyan say? Whispered Draco, potting his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me when the visions meant tomorrow, I grumbled in a sexy voice. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me. Sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tearing off each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and my black leather bar. I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tool sexily. Of Draco! I screamed, having an orgasm. We started Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting 2 gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us! They pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No! Oh my fucking god! I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Linkin Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius! A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Shralut t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white face. Enemy had a vision in a dream. Dumbledore... What the hell? Dumbledore started to cockle. And how do you expect me not to know Ebony's not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. See, is that toot of Cractor? You know very well I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Ceres and Lucian. Pronto! Okay, he said in a intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, "Long Dawn!" I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, der-perest eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Everyone in the room stated to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine.
"Come on, enemy,"
said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leader dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, and fucking black platinum boots.
"I have to tell you the fucking perdition."
I looked at Lucian, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed. Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, "Tara, I see Drac times are near," she said badly. She peered into the balls. "You see, you must go back in time." She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. "When Voldemort was in Hogwarts, before he became powerful, he got his heart broken. Now, do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love?" I shook my head. "You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it." "Okay," I said sadly. We did death's sin. I went outside again, sadly. "What fucking happened?" asked Draco and Vampire. "Yeah, what happened?" asked Darkness, Willow, and Baldy Mary. I was about to tell him, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were obviously there trying to be gothic, wearing the hymn sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marlon Mason all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet stockings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. "Are you okay?" Vampire asked, plotting his alabaster hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. "Yeah, I guess," I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. "The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time." Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. "It's okay, Appleby," he said finally. "But what about me? You're not going to break up or anything, are you?" "Of course not," I gasped. "Really?" he asked. "Sure," I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Energy on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Jared Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes, then we were in for the rid of our life. We started fretching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it.
I love you, Annabelle! Oh, let me feel you! I need to feel you!
He screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly... What the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGoggle.
Oh my Satan!
We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGonagall started to shoot at us angrily.
Come now!
Screecher McGonagall yielded. We did guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket.
Hey, what the fuck?
Vampire shooted angrily.
Yeah, Buster! What the fuck are you going to do with the fucking camera?
Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longly with his gothic red eyes.
Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mango's. So give back the camera!
Ha ha ha, the mystery of magic thinks he is crazy. There is no way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly.
Yes, so shut your you insolent fools!
Yelled Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative. Get it? Cause he's a sex bomb. Lol, Tom fell not rules for life, but not as much as Gerard or sex on legs. I love you, ooh fucking rock, marry me. I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said so okay, so fuck you. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand.
Crucio!
I shouted. Snap stated to scram. He dropped the gun. But it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped the curse! Professor McGoogle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said,
Okay, Severus, I'm going to go now.
She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry.
It's okay, Annabelle,
said Draco.
Evergreen will be alright. Remember the video you took of Snake?
Snape laughed again. And then he took out some whips.
No!
We screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera angrily. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones round Draco and knit a candle.
What the fuck are you doing?
I shouted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. "You must stab Vampire," he said to me. "If you don't, then I'll rap Draco."
No, you fucking bastard!
I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. Lol, get it? Because I'm a Satanist. Between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed and the time I did it with Draco when Dumbledore came and he tamed where Draco almost committed suicide and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had! I closed my eyes and using my vampire powers I sent a telepathic message to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape.
Dumbledore will get you!
Draco shouted.
Yeah, just wait until the mystery find out!
Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous Donderhead, Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes. Just as he was about to rape him,
Lucio!
I shouted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. You dunderhead! I'm going to kill! Shooted Snape, but suddenly Cerberus came. Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something. He lied, but suddenly Lucian and Professor Trevelyan came into the room, and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trevelyan said, "Come on, Ebony, let's go!" I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitcock! Buffy rocks. Sirius said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something. Snap clammed.
Oh, fucking yeah!
I took some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Cerberus. He made Snap drink it. He did angrily. Then Lucius took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucian made us get out with them while Snape told his secrets. Lucian took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me 1,000,000 times. Professor Trevelyan took me to a dark room. Now I was going to go back in time to seduce Voldemort. Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store.
What's in the bag?
I asked Professor Trevelyan. You will see, she said. I opened the bag. In it was a sexy, tight, low, smut, black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick.
You look fucking kawaii, bitch!
Bloody Mary said.
Thanks!
I said.
Okay, now you're going to go back in Tim,
said Professor Sinister.
You will have to do it in a few sessions.
She gave me a black gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets, like in Resident Evil. Then she gave me a black time tuner.
After an hour, use the time tuner to go back here,
Professor Trevelyan said. Then she and Bloody Mary put a pensieve in front of me. Everyone went in front of it.
Good luck!
Everyone shooted. Darkness and Willow gave me Death's Touch Sin. Then I jumped sexily into the pensieve. Suddenly, I was in front of School. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I had ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kind of like Mikey Way, only black. He had red eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale witch skin. He was wearing a black ripped-up suit with Vans. It was Tom Bombadil!